Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Or just give us a second here. We're a few minutes late. It's nine
Just a
minutes
little.
after 8. We just had a few technical issues, but I think we got it all fixed now. Let's see if we can get Mom in
Yeah,
view here.
yeah, we're in.
No, it's not picking up the camera. So just give me a second to make an adjustment here so that you can see. Oh, okay, that's what I'm testing. Test the camera. There we
Okay.
go. Okay, let's see if we, I think you didn't put your cushion
I pulled my
underneath. Yeah,
chair.
we
Yeah.
usually, so now I'm like too tall. I gotta shrink
Well,
down.
you're all right. I can't help it.
I don't want to slouch, but I also want to be in with
You
you.
can just get down smaller. That's okay.
All right, well, I'm Denise.
And I'm her little helper, otherwise known as Chuckles.
Chief Chuckles.
Oh, Chief Chuck. Oh, I got a raise, I guess you call it. Okay, sounds good. I'll take anything I can get. Okay.
I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Woodstock, Ontario, Canada.
And I'm just her little old helper.
So we're excited to come to you on this Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. And yeah, thanks for joining us.
And
Hopefully our sound is good. Let's see if I can see any comments. Our chats, probably some people will join soon. So we'll get started because you can always watch us on replay. I know several of you do, and we really appreciate you liking our videos and watching and supporting our YouTube channel.
right, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, all right, do we have announcements?
Well, you must have some announcements, and you should put some news of some kind.
I'm sure we do.
All righty, then I'm just gonna let you go right ahead.
All right, well. Quick little bit of news before we do some creating with our in colors. So let's see if I can pull up the screen here and share. So as you know, Paper Pumpkin is one of my favorite things, comes once a month. You can subscribe for 1 month, you can subscribe for a year, you can join at any time. And so from now until July 10th, you can subscribe. Oh, subscribe. I don't, anyway, let me know if you want to get it.
Having trouble,
I am, I'm tongue tied.
Right.
Anyways, that looks very pretty. It's called Painted Petals. What I really love is, look at the colors of it. Does it not look like the colors we're sharing
Well,
tonight?
it looks like it,
It
doesn't it?
does.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the colors are, because of course Paper Pumpkin is always a surprise. But, oh wait, that sure looks like what we're gonna do tonight. So that is so funny. If that's the case, I love these colors. So we'll have to see. It might be Melon Mambo that's in there instead of Berry Burst. It'll be exciting to see that kit and see what colors they are. Also, this Sunday is Father's Day. Oh, I think you're probably seeing that whole thing instead of just, I guess I was supposed to do it a different way, wasn't I? Oh, how do you do it again? Oh, like that. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So for the month of June, there's 10% off the die cut machines and the bundles, stamp and die bundles that you find in the catalog.
Oh, okay.
And yep, so that's for the month of June till June 30th. And then I talked about Paper Pumpkin, and there's just one other thing. Happy Father's Day on Sunday to all of your families that are celebrating. So that's all we have there.
Okay.
Crops. Join me for No Frills Crops. What's a No Frills crop?
It sounds like it's old.
Oh,
Just the way you said it. It's an old idea, that it's a good thing that used to happen, that we used to have a lot more. And now they're starting back
We're
up.
starting back up. So crop days are where you get together, a bunch of us get together in a room. You have your own table, whether it be a 4-foot table or 6-foot table, just depends what the church provides for us that day. And minimum 4-foot table. And you can bring your card making supplies or your scrapbooking supplies or your, sit and
Whatever.
knit, crochet, whatever, and we socialize. And to keep the costs down, we just want to pay for the hall rental. So it's just $15, but that just covers our room rental for the day, as we all share in the cost. And that's why we call it a no frills crop. And we ask for you to bring a potluck, something to share in our potluck lunch. And it goes from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or 6 p.m. Whenever we stop, and we just have a good time working on our crafts, socializing, laughing, getting together in person, and sharing ideas. That's what you come away with, lots of ideas or tips, tricks. People share all their wisdom. So come out and join with other like-minded crafters. So we have one this Saturday in Woodstock, and then we have one on July 13th. And that's gonna be celebrating my birthday at the same time, so that should be a good one. And then they're all good though.
Notice she wants to make sure we know it's.
I know it's my birthday. It's my birthday. There's a lady at work right now.
Yeah,
And okay, so here's, I always have a little story. Here's a story. So normally when it's an employee's birthday, I try and keep track. If I've heard it one year, I put it in my calendar so that I can, send them a message on that day and say happy birthday. And then we do it on Teams, and then everybody chimes in, happy birthday, makes the person feel special.
yeah.
So I try to remember people's birthdays. Well, the other day, I had to go to, at work, we have a couple of locations. So I went to another location, and one of the girls who works there, I went to her office to see if I could get a box from her. And lo and behold, there was happy birthday on her door and happy birthday posters. And I was like, I was mortified. I was like, oh my gosh, did I forget her birthday? Did I not wish her a happy birthday on her birthday? And I was like, oh my gosh, like, how did I do that? Did I not have it written down? Anyway, she was in her office, and I was so mortified at seeing these pictures. I didn't even say happy belated birthday. I was like, how could I do this? So anyways, I went back to my office later that day, and it was bugging me. So I private messaged one of her coworkers, another coworker of ours, and I said, did I miss her birthday? Like, I swear I thought her birthday was June 25th. And so she comes back in and she says, oh, it is June 25th. She's just having a month-long celebration. I did for her long.
Very good.
So I'm like, okay, I'll tell her on June 25th, happy birthday. She has to wait. Anyways, no frills crop, August 10th. And then October 5th, because that's World Card Making Day. So make sure you let me know if you want to come. It will be a lot of fun.
Good. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about our in colors and move our camera down so you can see. See if I can do it to live chat. Not seeing any chatting, so hopefully we are live and it's going okay. If so, give us a comment or like, or maybe we're gonna find out afterwards when we're done this that it was never live. We'll see. In which case we'll be re-recording this
Yeah, right, at a later time.
at a later time. Let's hope that.
Yeah.
Okay, so every month we choose 3 colors to use as our color coach and use as inspiration. So I'm gonna turn the camera down and show the 3 colors that we picked for this month. See if I can do this without getting words in the picture for you. Let's see how we do. I'm just waiting for it to show up on there's a slight delay, so just waiting for it to show up on the camera so that we can see. Oh,
But I just straightened out.
yeah, you gotta look up there and see what they see.
What do you see, my pretty hand?
Oh, okay, all right. All right, I'm gonna let it sit for a second because I think we've got it zoomed in pretty good. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, so first color, Old Olive. Then we have Berry Burst and Fresh Freesia. Okay, so these pieces are 5.5 by 8.5. And then we would, if you score them in half, you get your 4.25 inch card size. So, for example, there it is, folded down, okay? So we started with, Mom and I both started with 3 of the card base size. And also, you can always add a neutral in, like white or black. So here is a white card base as well. So if you start this is a tip for you to get inspiration. So we cut that. Then I cut in the same color size, the a piece in each color that was this size, 4.25 by 2.5. So there it is in Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia, Old Olive. Okay. Then we each started with a piece that was after 4.25 by 2.5. Then a piece that was 2.5 by 2.25. Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia, Old Olive. Okay. Then I did throw in a couple of pieces of these little squares that were 5/8 of an inch by 5/8 of an inch, and just 3 of each color. Okay, in the 3 colors. And these are tiny pieces, so of course they are on the table somewhere. There they are. Okay,
There's more white.
so that just gave us some inspiration. So then we could take these pieces and we could just play with the bases and with the cards to see what we could come up with.
That's what she handed me.
That's what I handed Mom.
And I just looked scared to death because I thought, what in the world will I do with that?
So, well, it's actually kind of funny because I said, well, you're gonna make a card. You can do any combination you want as long as you use the 3 colors. As long as you use these 3 colors somewhere on the card, and you could use any neutral if you want to use a white or a black, you could use splash of neutral in there. And then I gave her a basket.
About all
trinkets. A basket of a few things. So we got like a couple of stamp sets. So there was, I don't know, folder all in front of me.
right there.
So I gave her spotlight on nature and wonderful thoughts. And then we had the dies that matched the wonderful, we had the perennial postage dies, the dies that match the wonderful thought stamp set, Gave a couple of different embossing folders that could be used, some rhinestones, butterflies. And of course, the 3 matching in colors. And black, which actually none of us used the black ink in the end. And then a little bit of ribbon. So as you can see, we just have the coordinating markers and colors in those colors. So I guess this little basket. And sometimes it's challenging, isn't it? So one
Yeah.
point you're like, oh, I'd like something different. And I'm like, nope, you can only use what's in the
What's in
basket.
that basket, and it just wasn't what you wanted sometimes.
Well, because sometimes you're in your, but then you like your card, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes you're in your craft room and
Yeah.
it can be overwhelming.
Right.
So here is a simple but very pretty card using these colors that I came up with. We'll show you mums after. We'll save it as your drum roll. Okay, so I used oh, my card base, but that's okay. I think it's over there. No, I think okay. Anyways, so we have a card base. And then I used, and I just kept this as to ink and paper. So then just went across with the piece of paper like that. And then just put this down here like this. So it's not looking like much right now. But then I added a piece of white. And to that white, we use the Spotlight on Nature stamp set. Okay. And so it's just that, the 3 colors, then used the flowers to stamp that in Old Olive. And then I stamped the thanks in the Berry Burst. Okay. And very simple card, but as you can see, it comes out, and then I colored it with Wink of Stella, of course, and the coordinating fresh freesia and Old Olive. To end up with a very pretty card, a nice quick thank you card that's very fast and easy to do. Okay, so that's one. Then we could step it up a little bit. And I took the same pieces to use as my inspiration. This time we'll use the Berry Burst as a card base. And then instead of using, I've embossed the fresh freesia with the swirly embossing folder. And it's probably not called swirly, but I can't think of what it's called right now. That's okay. And then I'm just going to attach it to, instead of going this way, just going to attach this like this to the card. Just gonna put it to the left-hand side, so we'll just glue it
That
out.
what you use?
No. No, it must be over on the die cut machine. That's okay. There's no real right or wrong to this. I just add some little bit of Tombow to our back of that. And then we'll just glue that down. All right, then instead of using the entire piece of the dark pink, what I did was I took the punch. Okay, the scallop bordered punch. But instead of taking a whole piece of this, I just cut this down to a strip. Let me just find a little strip of it.
Right here, that big.
No. This is good because I can show. Nope, I need my trimmer. Oh, just a second. Oh, sorry. Oh.
Didn't see.
Okay. Let me just trim this down a little bit.
You take chances.
I do take chances, yes. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but I just reached across the table and grabbed a heavy, what do you call that? Paper cutter. So normally with this punch, you would use it like this and just slide your piece in. And this makes a great bookmark. Okay, so you get a piece that looks like this. I don't need quite that big a piece, so I can trim that down a bit. And I just want to show that instead of using the big piece like that, I could have gone in sideways to the punch like this and slid it in. So instead of sliding the paper this way, if I have a strip, I can just slide it in the side like this. It's not gonna go right now because I want it to. Okay. And then I haven't wasted a whole bunch of paper. And I'm just gonna trim that. And then I'm gonna take our, so that I ended up using two of this because this is the same green piece, only this time. Nope, I didn't want, yep. Sorry. And I'm going to just put this as a border in behind this, and then I'm gonna offset it so that it will look nice. Okay. And you can play with this. I think this is gonna be slightly different than I originally planned, but no design is wrong. Okay, so it's gonna have a nice little border like that. I have to turn this around just so I can see. Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my stamped image, and this time it's the same, the 4 1/4, but I'm just gonna leave that little bit of edge to that side, but not on that side. So I'm gonna glue that down. And it's gonna come off a bit, so I don't want to glue to that edge. I just want to glue this side. So I'm gonna leave this edge here without glue. And I'm just gonna give it a border. So obviously I could have just trimmed that green piece down too, because I only just used a sliver of that, but it looks really pretty this way. And then I'm gonna put that up on dimensionals. Well, actually, I'm gonna stamp my thanks on there first. These are gonna be very pretty thank you cards. Okay. Find a block. Put my stamp on the block. Now. I just have it turned towards me to stamp it, sorry. Look how pretty that is. That's the berry burst. So I would take the fresh Freesia ink pad so that we're using all of our colors, and I would put a bit of ink in my lid, of course. Everybody who knows me knows I do this a million times a day because we have to grab our Wink of Stella, of course, and color in those flowers and give them some shine. So you could do the Wink of Stella, or you could do the blends. I also have the blends markers here. There's the light and the dark. So if you prefer, if you don't want the shiny look, you could always color with this. Sorry, I'm going quickly as I can. You get the idea. There's only just 3 flowers on here. And I would color in the leaves with the old olive. Let's go in with a bit of this, back in this one now, because the Wingstella gives a more watercolor look. And I'm still going back in with the Wingstella because I just can't help myself. All right. And as I said, you would go in with the old olive as well and color in those leaves. And then I put that up on dimensionals. Pop-ups. So as you can see, these are quick and easy. And if you want to do this, just give it a try. Give yourself 3 colors and cut the paper all in the same sizes. And then play the mix and match game. Kind of like Mr. Potato Head, changing things in and out. Oh, I'm getting ink on my sleeve. Sorry, I just gotta turn it for a second so that I can decide whether I want that up or down. Yep, I want it down. Okay, ta-da.
Very pretty.
Yeah, and if you want, you could even put one of these gold butterflies on there. So you can embellish it a bit more. Oh, these aren't even open. I'm gonna add a couple of butterflies. Let's see if I can get them open. Let's see, I'm struggling with getting the package open. Okay, and always when you're doing this, you're probably seeing a ton of mess here, and I apologize. Okay. And we'll just stick a couple of little butterflies on this card. How pretty will that be, eh? There we go. Yeah. Okay. And there is a quick and easy card using our in colors. Both of them look very nice. One's just a little more embellished. And if you are on our Facebook group and the card that we did with this one here, you'll see that we did this one earlier. So these cards will be posted in our Facebook group, and Mom's gonna post hers too. Mom, what did you come up with?
Well, I've just used her colors that she gave me. And what I've done here is I've just cut out so that I've got the whole 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors. And then I
A
had
bit, up a bit.
once it's glued on there, which I should let her do. And then I just put congratulations at the bottom under there. And then I had a little bow that I was going to put at the side there. But that one ended up just a little bigger, but that's what I had to work with in the.
It's very
kit.
pretty, yeah. So Mom used perennial postage to do the pretty frame,
Yeah,
and you used the die out of the wonderful thoughts that cut out the words comes with this beautiful flower. And they cut out the stamped with the wonderful words, which is a stamp set, wonderful thoughts, sorry. The congratulations, and then cut it out with the coordinating die.
right, very good.
Very nice, and then added pretty ribbon and just a strip of green. Now, as you can see, she did start with the inspirations. That's what I mean, that having those sizes is just your inspiration. So even though her sizes were the same, as she worked and as she saw what her dies were, that's how she ended up just going and changing it and coming up with this pattern. So even though she, because she still had that other purple piece she could cut this from. So, yeah, it just gives you, if you start with some pieces and limit yourself just to those pieces, it gives you stuff to jump from.
Right,
Nice, Mom.
very good, yeah,
So Mom will post her card on Facebook too, so everyone can see.
there. There we go.
Okay, well, I'll turn this back up and turn it back a little way away from us, so we're not quite
Right,
so in their face. So we hope that you'll participate in our color challenge and make some cards to post
right.
using the colors Old
Thank
Olive,
you.
Berry Burst, and Fresh Freesia.
Yeah, right. Which ended up not too bad, but at first when I looked, I thought, oh my goodness, how can you ever do anything with that? But anyway, it worked.
It's kind of funny, it's true. So at first she didn't think the colors went together.
No,
And then she's like, well, show me a card that you made using those three colors.
yeah,
So she was very surprised when I held up this one, because she had loved this one earlier, and
yeah.
she's like, oh. But when you don't see them cut out and then
Yeah.
they're just like bold, sometimes you don't realize they do go
There's what
together.
had to be done with them,
Yeah.
yeah.
So challenge yourself and we'll challenge ourselves.
Okay, yeah, which you did, yeah, yeah.
Hope you
And,
have a great week.
So, well, I hope they all do too, and I hope you all enjoy Father's Day. Have nice celebrations.
And if you're coming to our crop on Saturday, we'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, that'd be lovely, yes, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Talk to you soon.
okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.